Welcome back, everyone. This is 4-1 Solstice 25, and as you can see, I've been kind of busy since last time I've recorded. In fact, this is quite the dramatic change since last time I've recorded. Last time I recorded, I didn't even have floor in here, or at least not much floor. But there's quite a lot changed there. I put bushes here, I got trees. I sneezed. Anyway, if you said bless you, gesundheit, or salud, thank you. Anyway, I did some custom tree ideas. I worked a little more closely to DeviantArt for about 1 day-ish, I guess. I don't normally work that closely to DeviantArt. Like, I post a lot of stuff on DeviantArt, but I don't normally be like, hey guys, what's your opinions on this or that? But yeah, I gave that a shot and gave it a whirl. It worked out pretty decently, I said. Or I say. I didn't really say that yet. Oh, I forgot to put this back in. Why can't you fix yourself? Must I do all the work? And then it goes. But Solstice, you have to build me. Only you alone. I realize you might be right. No one else can possibly build you, because they don't know what I see in you. The true beauty that is Christmas. But no, it has absolutely nothing to do with Christmas. If it did, what would you think? Like, would this automatically be like the most festive thing you've ever seen, or what? I feel like I'm missing something on these. Oh, I see. I never put that in over. And, yeah. Okay, so what I'm talking about is these. Apparently, I haven't fully implemented them all the way and like all locations. So, yeah, I gotta resolve that. Preferably now. Preferably. Get out of that, you fool. Was it right here? I doubt it. I don't I have Optifine Zoom? But no, I saw that fine. It's one over. Okay, so yeah, I've got a lot of crazy stuff done on this. Like after I put the floor in, I put this sort of like a lining in, and I lined that on an upper layer with like lights. Then I lined that with another layer above that, and then I like filled it all with this, which later I converted this part to polished diorite so I could put these on here and use the dark prismarine for this handle of like for one of these swords. Like this is just a little pixel art sword thing that I just sort of threw together while I was doing this. I think it turned out pretty nice. And after I put those in, I put this purple wool in and sort of made these sort of arches going about with magenta wool. So that's most of what I've been doing. What has also been done is I made these trees and bushes. They're very customly made. I was looking at this. I was like just sort of thinking with like what I could do to sprucing this place up, what I came up with is the fact that I could just use the acacia wood because it is like the most gray wood, so it's like the perfect wood. And I could use something like this for leaves, for like a different color for leaves. Use netherrack and nether quartz, or would be sort of like berries or something, or flowers. Similarly, I used prismarine and prismarine brick over here, but prismarine brick as the main form of leaf, which really turned out well. I really like how this turned out actually. Like when I was trying to more situate this for like both sides, there was a few technical difficulties because I did not think of it entirely through when I was trying to patch up some of the smaller stuff the more easier way. Oh boy, was that insanity. I just had to kept going back at and back at and back at it because I kept screwing up. Like a clumsy oaf, I say. Like a clumsy oaf. Ah, I still missed, but I thought I got that. Oh man, let's okay, let's fix that. Damn it, I thought I was done. Oh boy. See what I tell you, the insanity. It still wasn't fixed. I thought it was. I thought I got that kind of block taken care of. Apparently I was wrong. Close enough. Is there any others? We have stragglers. Get scrubbed, scrub. Rather than trying to copy the other side to this just to resolve that, instead I tried to use MC Edit, replace, kind of fix things, so that's kind of issue. Just blame MC Edit. Just straight up blame MC Edit on that one. It's not always my fault, but realistically it probably is. But anyway, as you can see, I also made sure the stuff was pretty well protected. There's a few randoms here because I broke stuff. But anyway, I wanted to make sure some of this more valuable materials that are just like right by where people go to are like a little better protected. So yeah. Fuck, there's some. Yes, there is something else I did. I put these pillars here. It's not quite done, but it's a pretty great start for adding a little more pizzazz to this. So I was looking for, at least. I can put this away. Yeah, it looks pretty good, but there's definitely gonna need a few things. But I also added onto over here, tried to make it a little more differentiated in color. I feel like there was something else I did. Alright, since the previous video, there's been like quite a few changes to spots like this, I guess. Or at least just a couple, not a whole lot. But we are going to go off camera for a second. Okay, so I've added some more barriers around and about. Like up here, I wanted to make it basically fall through proof, just to make sure like someone like doesn't just like fall off as soon as they're trying to go for the steps or something, or get off the steps, or if they just go near them. Just to make it a little less of a hazard. Seemed like a good idea at the time. Then, like, anywhere else basically going down is basically just enough to make sure someone and acting kind of drunk or something doesn't just fall off. Just like, yeah, just like something a little more standard. Just like enough to make sure, like, say you're being like dumb or something, you don't just sort of, you'll have something to like kind of catch you yet, but that'll be like your warning, like, ooh, I should probably be more careful, I might fall off. If you are actually dumb enough to kind of just sort of like still kind of keep pushing it, you'll be like, ah, splat. But anyway, on other note, I also added in dragons. Like these little tiny dragon-like statues. I think they look pretty cool. There's a white one here made of quartz, and there's a black one over there made of obsidian. I wanted stone-based materials when I made them. Plus, I could be mistaken, but I think obsidian actually looks just a nick darker than black wool. Let me just compare these together. Like you feel like when I look at these, like it feels less black, but it definitely feels has like a sort of like a feeling like they used kind of darker tones in it. So that's one thing about that. But realistically, this is I suppose this is has like a hint of like a purple blue to it. Actually, more so a blue than a purple. Like this is like a purpley bluish, really lightish color that's supposed to like make it look more glossy for the texture. Like if you haven't seen Obsidian in real life or like in person or something, it's usually pretty glossy. It's pretty glassy like substance. It's either black, purple, or brown. Yeah. So yeah, that's basically how this got its texture. Only, since it's glassy, I'm not really sure how they came up with the idea for its durability. But whatever. That doesn't really matter. Not in Minecraft, anyway. Okay. So I guess one of the next things I kind of want to do is add a little more something to these. It's driving me nuts just seeing something so plain and so big. Like, don't get me wrong, there is... Like, don't mistake what I mean. There is some stuff to it. There's some details and such, but... There can be more! There's more to it! But anyway, I haven't really decided what I'm gonna do to that yet. Like before, what I was going to do is I was going to like wrap it with like magenta wool, but then I realized no, the way I was doing it, at the very least, was a pretty much a no. It was too straight. It was like too on one elevation, I guess. It just seemed too plain. Like it was a nice idea, but no, not quite. Not quite what I need. And the way I'm actually moving around these right now is actually kind of how I tried to wrap it around them. I would like go over one, behind one, over one, behind one, over one and then behind one. Though I think it was something like the first two I would go in front, then this one was behind, then this one in front, then this one behind. And it would look like it made sense for how it should have been wrapping about them. So yeah, that's a cool thing. But yeah, it did not look quite what I was looking for in this. What I might end up have to do for this is I might actually have to get some wall in first before I touch that up. That way, after I get some wall in, I can be like, oh, maybe this color, or maybe that color, or maybe like a pattern like this sort or something. Like, that's. I think that's what I probably should really do. But I don't want to touch the wall. I don't even know what to do with the wall. Just look at it. It's so not a wall. Of course, it's not a wall. What else would it be? When I think about it, I should probably move this in one at least. I used slabs. I sacrificed obsidian. Maybe I could. Let's see, this is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, 15. Let's bring this over one more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then fill this in. Similar to this. And we'll also have to do this onto the other side. Shouldn't take long. Yeah, move this back one. Wait. Like so. Get the other side of you. Do not be a rebel. Be a bra. Be a bra. The bro you wear on your chest. That's actually a terrible one. Anyway. We'll roll with that. He's so bro he protects your chests. You wear him. He gives you support in privacy. That is the best bro you'll ever get. I mean, really. A bro who gives you privacy, like, doesn't come and bother you all the time? Like, holy crap. Oh man, I wish my bro was that awesome. But no, he's kind of loud and obnoxious. He's only half support. But yeah, that has to be expected. When it's brother and brother. The older brother's gotta pick on the younger brother. That's how it works. It's almost disappointing when you think about it. It's like, you guys are brothers. You should be so close. And it's just like, yeah, no, we don't do that. It's almost awkward at times. It's just like, yeah, no, we're brothers. We don't do that. Like, we don't even normally hug, to be honest with you. We'll be like, we'll high five or something, but we don't normally hug. We're too man for that. Not that there's anything wrong with hugging. It's just, yeah, we don't normally hug. Okay, I'm gonna try to figure something out for a sec. It's kinda staring me in the face. Or at least it has been. I've been really wanting something done with this area, but wasn't really sure what. I could fill it in with this and have some kind of structural thing going on with purple wool and maybe toss some things in it. Or I could sort of like fade the purple wool somewhere else from here and then do something a little more different underneath, a little more structurally unique. And if people are like right here, they'll see it and be like, whoa, or something. Which reminds me, I need to get something on top of these. Because I don't want people to just like jumping outside of the map whenever they want. So yeah. On a side note, I have kinda had some ideas going for a wall here. Or at least some start of some ideas. I've tossed this in here. So far it seems like if someone actually wants to jump around in here, they can just take this way. Be like, yeah. Though it serves no purpose at the moment. I feel like there should be something small here. Just something very small. In fact, it might have to be implemented after I toss something in here. I'm thinking, I kind of want to just fill this in with quartz, but I feel like that's too quick and too sudden. And there's still potential for something to just something to really do something with right here. But first off, let's get rid of slabs from my freaking inventory. Because I should not be using those as much as I would just think of to. Like, there's nothing wrong with slabs. It's just there's a time and place for everything, and just straight up wall building is not necessarily the ideal thing for using a slab. Like, I've used enough slabs to know that quite well. Trying to think, is there anything I probably should use more of? Am I positive I haven't missed any blocks? Or at least types of blocks. Well, I used carpet and snow. I definitely don't use much snow. That might be a good idea, actually. I'll add a little more bright. Like, snow is literally the whitest block in all of Minecraft. Like, there is no whiter block than snow in Minecraft, from what I can tell. The only disappointment about filling this part in is that means I'll have to go around if I want to go from one side to the other. Or I'll have to actually look for the door. Not the door. Anything but the door. The door's scary. It's empty space. It's a door. It's so door. Listen, you have to conquer your fears sometime, son. Sometime. I'm not gonna give you too much heat about it because I'm also afraid of that door. I mean, doors are so technologically advanced. There's a lot of science behind a door, you see. Which is why I am terrified of them. I mean, there's all kinds of doors. There's doors with just handles, there's doors that you just push open, and doors with doorknobs. You know, I really do wonder what you guys have to think, what you guys think about when I say all these crazy things when I'm really bored and just like sort of working on stuff. When I just like sort of add it in while I'm like talking about something. if you find it funny, let me know. I enjoy making people laugh. For the most part, I think the snow is actually just gonna serve as sort of like a blank canvas bit. By that, I mean just like a startup sheet for whatever I might actually decide to toss in here. Ah, such an awkward angle. Definitely not pretty on this side, but I'm sure it looks fine on the other. Yeah, it most definitely looks fine. Like I said, it is one of the brightest blacks. It's actually just in a shadow right now, so it doesn't look as bright. Let's see, if I place it here, you definitely notice the difference. It is glowing with difference compared to this light. Like, you are dim compared to this thing. You hear me, you lamp? This is brighter than you, and it doesn't even emit light. So yeah, now we got this. What can I do with this? Certainly I can't just leave it like this. This is too plain compared to everything else. Everything else has its odd, like, structuring, meaning, and purpose. Or semi-meaning, I should say. Like, this is supposed to, like, look like a wing or something. And this would be, like, the webbing. Then there's this. What do you do? What do you do to contribute to society? You seem to be a shy one. Alright, we have ways of making you talk. Let's see. Let's see what kinds of things we have. What piques your interest, young man? You say bright variety of stone. That is actually quite interesting. Are you some kind of stone collector? You don't say. You took interest in archaeology. How delightful. You want to say red, but it doesn't go with this? Yes, I feel you. It is kind of a disappointment. A most griefful disappointment, if I do say so. Yellow-stained clay? That might work. It just might. It's a little odd, but it's crazy enough to work. We'll give it a shot, old chap. We'll give it a shot indeed. I just need to come up with something. Find your inner spirit animal or something. Anything. You say it and it will be there. For the record, I'm not normally like this when I'm like building by myself. I just like to go off like this when I know someone's listening. Like I said, I like making people laugh. Oh. Oh ho. Your spirit animal has awakened, has it? What could it be? What does it hold? What does it see? It does see? Let me see. You've done it, Timothy! You've done it! It's astounding. The beauty, its simplistic detail, and its glory. I cannot in words. It's like drinking a Coca-Cola for the first time. Ah, but it's like you never had anything like it before. Timothy, what do you call this? Uh, I can see you. It's brilliant. Ah. But anyway, so yeah, this is kind of what I came up with. It's kind of like an Eye of Ender, but I sort of free-handed it in the sense that I did not look up what an Eye of Ender looks like. Similar but different. I'll be honest, I never actually tried to replicate an Eye of Ender into pixel art before. I think it looks cool. It's pretty similar to an Eye of Ender, but has its own unique flavor and still looks alright. It feels like an Eye of Ender still because it has like the purple particly stuff there. The stuff that always appears right in front of you when you're like use one or like throw an ender pearl or see an enderman teleport and you just want to go punch at it and it's like all this little fluffy stuff floating around and it's like oh really enjoyable and stuff. But yeah, I like it. Dragons, some stuff there. Situating some more of this and this. Yes. Now it stares back at me. Honestly, that doesn't discomfort me. Yeah, this is quite the big difference since the previous video. Mostly because I skipped so much, and I didn't really want to. Like, I did try to start the video, but just so much happened, and I just sort of gave up on that recording. So I moved on to this one. Yeah. Maybe I should actually toss in, like, one more thing or two. I feel like I should. I can feel it. It says yes. Maybe you should. Would there be any regrets if you did another? But looking back at it, I didn't really see where I could apply one without there being some kind of odd issue. Like, when it comes to these spots, they work out nicely because then I can, like, combine them and, like, do these really cool archways and stuff. I think I'd have to wait for a wall to be here or something before I decide to do anything crazier with these. Other than that, this does look pretty cool. Even to me. Like, honestly, I'm really enjoying that I've been doing this project. Like, it's a bit of a taskly project. It's a bit of a tricky, hard project. And it's even a little silly in certain spots, but that's exactly how I like it. Ah, free me! Oh man. When I was actually placing these, I was telling myself I was probably gonna get stuck on these somehow. When I was just like, when I'm like working on something around here next time or something, and it's not even next time of me actually working on something, and I'm already getting stuck. That's actually kind of funny. I'm hoping next time we get from more wall in to maybe even like a starting of some roofing to the front, and maybe that'll bring up some inspiration for what I could do for this side of things. Like, I have some starting here, and it does have some cool start to it, but certainly there's gotta be more done. I can't just leave it like this. It's kind of dishonorable. It's disgraceful. It has hopes and dreams. Okay, before I go starting off on another wacky thing, I think I should probably slow things down a little bit and likewise wind this video down. At the very least, this has some really cool shape. I have dragons now. I have friggin' trees. I have my own build stares back at me. I am most pleased with this. So much joy. And to actually get a more better overview for some of these newer additions, now I have to actually kind of go up higher in elevation. Like, that doesn't bother me a whole lot. It's just I don't normally have to do that for like a overview screenshot for over like what some of the bigger changes are. So yeah, this is 4-1 Solstice 25. Have a good day, everyone. I hope to see you next time. Bye bye.